Glad tidings to all. This is your brother Zun, and I'm gratefully serving with today's share. The idea for today's share. Let me back that up. For today's treatment, it really served as a reminder to the fact that it's all His. And therefore, that's what the main idea is going to be. It actually comes from chapter 3, verses 16 and 17. And it can also be supported by chapter 4, verse 35. These portions of the text speak of the fat from the sacrifice. The sacrifice is offered up to the Lord. And how in verse 17 that it belongs to Him. The fat belongs to the Lord. And in verse 35 of chapter 4, how the burning of the fat on the altar is a pleasing aroma to God. This got me thinking, what is fat? And I'm an expert by no means, but in the general sense of the definition of the word, fat is the access. It is the storehouse of the body. I'm not sure of the exact chemical processes, but as we eat, anything that is not used by the body is stored for a quote-unquote rainy day, for the lean time, so to say. Now, that translates for me and into my life where I'm realizing that, I think I've realized it. I hope I've realized it. But the truth, whether I realize it or not, the truth of the matter is that all I am is given by God. Using a business term, I would say that when He granted me life, the privilege to exist in this world, that was His capital investment in me. So He, being the owner, invested in me by giving me life. And ultimately, He has continued and so graciously provided everything I need for a productive and flourishingly full life. How about that? Now, as any good investor, any wise investor, so on and so forth, you want a return on investment. So any gains, any capital gains, and as you can see, I'm using the business theme here, but any capital gains are to be paid back to the shareholder. And in this case, I belong to Him. So when it talks about the fat, I equated the fat to be the interest, the profits, etc., that comes from my life. And this is not for me for my own. It's not to save. It's not to spend on myself, but it is to give back. And I personally want to give back in this sense because it pleases my quote-unquote angel investor, my heavenly owner. So with this in mind, I just want to remind myself, and I am reminded, that it's all His. Not only the interest, not only all of the profit, but the initial capital investment. I'm thine, O Lord, and may, when it's time to settle up, there be much fat for you to savor its pleasing aroma. Caption this.